Presented by First Commonwealth Bank here on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. And it's time now for another interview segment presented by our friends at Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Probably one of the most visible events when it comes to fundraising or raising awareness on something is the Relay for Life. American Cancer Society has made that famous over the years, and of course, Indiana County's Relay is no different. We have with us this morning from the American Cancer Society, Sarah Kitchen and Lori Nagle, to talk with us about the Relay for Life this year. Ladies, thank you very much for being a part of Indiana in the Morning this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, don't be shy. Don't worry about a thing. And we are letting everybody know that you can watch us on Facebook Live as well this morning. So, Sarah, let's talk about the Relay for Life itself. How long has it been here in Indiana County? Do you know?
Oh my, it's been a long time. I mean, we lost our local office presence a few years back, so we're headquartered out of the Pittsburgh office now for the ACS. But Indiana has a long-standing tradition of supporting the Relay for Life, and we always get a great community turnout and support from some of our corporate sponsors, so we're hoping for the same this year.
Now, this year's relay had to be delayed because of the conditions concerning the pandemic. Remind me, was there a relay last year, even a virtual one?
No, unfortunately, we were not able to hold an event last year, so we're glad to be back in person this year.
All right, so let's get to the particulars first. Where is the relay going to be held?
Sure. So it will be at the White Township Recreational Complex, or the S&T Arena area, around the baseball fields, where we've had it for at least the past 10 years. It's been at that location. And it will run from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a full day of events.
And as it was just mentioned, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So events throughout the day. I've been to a couple of relays elsewhere, so I imagine it's going to be like a festival type atmosphere to start the day off, right?
That's correct. Actually, our theme this year is Carnival for a Cure, so that's what you can expect. Some carnival games, carnival type foods. We have lap themes such as juggling, bring in the clowns, so all that kind of stuff will be going on throughout the day.
And this is the iconic part of this. Teams take part in this. There are teams that represent various, I guess, groups that have raised money for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life.
That's correct. Currently, we have 11 teams signed up.
11 teams. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
And you're hoping to get more.
That's correct.
Now, how can somebody get a team? How can somebody register a team?
Sure. So if you visit relay.org and navigate to the Indiana County event page, you can register your team. You really just need a team captain to represent the team and then get your team members registered. But you can also just come out the day of the event and register as an individual as well. So you don't have to belong to a team to attend and participate in the activities. Usually,
though, when you see these teams, they usually come up with pretty creative team names, creative theming for where they are kind of camped out, because they do kind of camp out for the day out there.
Yes, that's correct.
Go ahead.
They'll be here for the extent of the day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm. And so I imagine whenever the theme laps come out, you'll see, okay, you're going out there, you can juggle, you can at least walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yes, that's correct.
But really, it's not just the walking around the hiking trail, I guess, up at the White Township Complex. It's not just that. I mean, it is... you said there were other activities that were scheduled for the day as well.
We actually have food trucks that will be attending that day, so you can participate with those. And also, we'll have a couple of games throughout the day that are related to the themes.
Okay, so we might see something like a beanbag toss or probably not Dunk the Clown.
No, probably not that one.
Oh, nuts. Oh, well. But anyway, I know that the relays also pay tribute to the survivors.
That's correct.
Talk about how Indiana's relay will pay tribute to the survivors this year.
Sure. So at 1:30 p.m., we're inviting all of the survivors and caregivers throughout Indiana County to come join us for a celebratory lap around the White Township complex. Just celebrating another birthday this year, or a cancerversary that you have survived that fateful diagnosis and that you've come out on the other side. And caregivers as well. I mean, they're right in the trenches with our survivors, helping them day to day, getting them to treatments and so forth. So we will have the lap at 1:30. And then we will have, it's a little bit different this year just because of some of the restrictions and precautions. So each survivor and their guest will get a voucher to one of the food trucks, and they can get their lunch and eat it there or take it home or wherever they feel more comfortable.
Right. So that's in lieu of the big banquet that you guys used to hold, I would imagine.
That's correct.
All right. So all of this, though, is meant to raise awareness to a very serious issue, that cancer affects everybody, and you don't have to be diagnosed with cancer to have it affect you.
That's correct.
Talk about it in that regard. I mean, I think just about everybody knows somebody who has been diagnosed with cancer. That's how big this issue is, and it's not just one particular type of cancer you focus on either.
That's correct. We have survivors of all types of cancer, and unfortunately, like you said, everyone has been touched, but in some way by knowing someone or themselves that have been diagnosed with cancer. I know it was my father who was diagnosed. So, like I said, unfortunately, it's affected everybody. So we're trying to raise awareness, and part of that awareness is the things that the American Cancer Society also has available, getting people, they need help getting to appointments and that kind of thing.
Right. I remember a couple of years ago, there was the car that was brought into play for to help transport people to those appointments. I see it still over there at the Giant Eagle lot, parked there every now and then.
It is, yeah. We still have the car with volunteer drivers that drive people to and from their appointments, especially if they're traveling into, say, Pittsburgh, if they need specialized treatment that they can't get locally. So, yeah, they still have that program and many others and many other events throughout the year. Daffodil Days is very popular in this area, too. So just getting the word out. And
Grocers Fight Cancer as well.
Yes.
The big effort that's put on by Giant Eagle Grocery Store every year. But talk about some of the other things. Since we just talked about one service that American Cancer Society provides, and I'll open this up to either one of you. Talk about some of the other services that the ACS provides people in Indiana County.
Sure. So they have really a hotline number for anybody that can use their resources or wants more information. So whether maybe you just need somebody to talk to, or you've got your paperwork from your physician and you don't quite understand what it's saying or what your next plan of action should be. Of course, consulting your physician, but to have somebody to kind of talk to and talk through that and what it means, and have an expert and an advocate in the ACS to do that. But they also provide many other programs. So there's the Look Good, Feel Good program, which provides, prosthetics and wigs and all kinds of things when you're dealing with your diagnosis and the effects of the treatment. And then they actually have Hope Lodges that are built near large cancer center facilities.
Okay.
And so a lot of the funds will go to those Hope Lodges so people can stay for free as they're, either there with their family member or they themselves are there and need to stay close to the facility. They have the Hope Lodge. And then, of course, the research branch is quite the largest of the receiver of the funds and finding new ways to combat cancer and diagnose cancer in the future. But
it is extensive, that research branch.
It definitely is. Over the years, it's grown, and they've come up with different treatments and everything that's possible and available to all members that are in need of it. So.
We're talking this morning with Sarah Kitchen and Lori Nagle of the American Cancer Society branch from Indiana, Pennsylvania, working out of Pittsburgh now. But, of course, the local events continue to help raise money and awareness to the great cause that this organization champions. And, of course, one of those being the Relay for Life, coming up a little bit later this month. One thing that I did not mention, because it's always at the end, and I always think it deserves its own little segment, and it is the Luminarias. Those are returning?
Yes, they are. And we will be having our Luminaria Ceremony starting at 8:30. And we have, ahead of time, you can purchase a Luminaria in memory or in honor of someone who has had cancer. And they're also available that day. But it is a very solemn and nice way to be able to recognize. So we start off with a ceremony, and we usually name off the people that have the luminarias or have names have been given. And then we follow that maybe with a speaker or some kind of person who wants to share their personal story. And then finally, we do a lap that all the lights are turned off, and the only lighting is the lighting of the luminaria that shows the names of the people that we're honoring or remembering.
I'm imagining it now in my mind. It sounds like it's going to be beautiful.
Yes, it always kind of takes your breath away.
All right. Well, we are just about out of time, so let's get some details. First off, since we're still thinking of the luminary, how much are luminaria this year?
They are $10.
$10 donation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. And if and again, let's get the dates and times down once again. This will be at the White Township Rec Complex and starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And what day again?
It is this Saturday.
It's this Saturday. So people still have a chance to find out more information. They can do so at, what's the website again?
It's relay.org and navigate to the Indiana County event page, or you can visit us on Facebook at Indiana County Relay for Life.
Excellent. And if they want more information about the American Cancer Society itself, how can they best get a hold of the local branch?
If you go through the Relay site, there is a way.
Okay, you should be able to find
yes,
that information there too. Okay, so relay.org, that's your main hub of information there.
That's correct.
And again, if people missed this interview, they can catch it on our Facebook page as well. They can get all the information there too. Sarah, Lori, thank you both very much for joining us here on Indiana in the Morning. All the best, and I hope that this year's relay is a massive success. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Sarah Kitchen and Lori Nagle joining us here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160.